I'm back at my son's cottage here. Been dog sitting for almost 2 weeks now. Went down on a cruise, Disney cruise. Took the grandsons down there. I just got back yesterday, and they'll be coming to pick me up today. So finally, I have an opportunity to do a video while I'm here. Get some decent weather today after 6 months of winter. Cold, snowy, blowy, and a lot of high water. Those cottages you can see across the bay over there. They had water right up to the foundations there, not even about a week ago. Just a lot of water coming down. This is on the Trent River, lower down the Trent River, south of Campbellford. I'm going to talk a little bit today about birth certificate and registration of birth and rescission thing. Try to keep it shortish. A little pan here for you. The information in this video is contingent upon either you've never used a birth certificate to go downstream, meaning you've never used it to apply for anything, or if you have used it to go downstream, did apply for whatever, driver's license, SIN, SSN, whatever, that you've done a notice of rescission that we've talked about here in rescission videos. See our playlist on YouTube channel about that, the rescission playlist. So yeah, be sure to watch our rescission videos in the rescission playlist here on our YouTube channel if you want full context what I'm talking about here. Among other things, a notice of rescission is to get you off the hook as the surety you volunteered to be. To get back to as if you never used a birth certificate as evidence of your identity, as if it never happened. You must do that to restore your God-given rights, your duties, and freedoms that you unwittingly contracted away. You can't have your God-given rights if you're bound to contracts, right? There's no sovereignty. I'm not saying you're sovereigns, but to make the point, countries claim to be sovereigns. Well, debtors aren't sovereigns. Not possible. Debtors are subject to the lender, so where's the sovereignty? It is the surety aspect that ties you to the contracts, to the applications. It is why you are treated, or believe you are treated, as the alleged debtor. You are not John Paul Smith. You are not the debtor, but you have stepped in to be the surety for the debtor, John Paul Smith. In a quick recap before I go further, we have provided evidence that proves the birth certificate is not evidence of the identity of the person presenting it, and the government does not register people when it registers births. People from various countries have had that confirmed as well. Full details in our information packages that we offer. Click on the More button under this video for more information about our information packages if you are interested. So again, numerous people have had to confirm from all around the country, United Nations, various sources. Yep, no, the birth certificate is not evidence of the identity of the bearer. Now, if you look at a copy of your certificate of live birth or registration of live birth, got a bug here in my face. The bugs will be coming out short soon. Dang, mosquitoes. Anyway, yeah, so if you look at a copy of registration of birth, your statement of live birth, whatever it's called where you are, we know it as the foundation security, which is in the custody of a government office. Doesn't mean that office is the custodian per se. Some people seem to think that, but anyhow, so that government got that, and you got a birth certificate that is not evidence of your identity. Follow me here. With respect to the name of the child entered onto that registration form by your mom or dad, question for you. For whose benefit was that name given? Yep. Do you think it was given for your benefit or given for the benefit of the government, the king, the queen, whatever? Do you think they're going to say it was given for the benefit of the queen or the king or the country? That would make you a slave now, wouldn't it? More shacks down there. That's a kind of a trailer park situation over there. So think on that carefully. For whose benefit was that name given? It's a game changer. Again, on the basis you've never used a birth certificate as evidence of your identity, or you've done the rescission thing to void all of that. How you answer will determine whether you're in control or someone else is in control. And lastly, regardless of all of the above, any way you cut it, the man or the woman, the recipient, holder, and bearer of a birth certificate provides the labor, provides the energy. You provide 100% of the value. 100% of the value. That's why we use the term benefactor. Maybe this will clarify a bit for you. You provide 100% of the value. It doesn't come from any other place with respect to John Paul Smith. And since you're not John Paul Smith, you get nothing in exchange for it. your efforts, your energy, your labor, the value you give, except the birth certificate is evidence of your equitable title, your lien interest against John Paul Smith, and that title trumps legal title. Think on that. As per the previous video in which I showed that equity shall prevail, that equitable title allows you, if you know what to do with it, to level the playing field, to stop the nonsense. That's right, stop the nonsense. And here's a hypothetical for you. Suppose you never used a birth certificate to go downstream, or suppose you never got a birth certificate. And the government, and I just asked you there, so with respect to the registration of birth, the foundation security, for whose benefit was that name given? With that in mind, who would the trustee be if it was given for your benefit? Work with me here. And this is important and as simple as I can make it to free yourself from the tyranny, from the bondage. And again, consider getting your information packages if you want to know more to move forward. Click on the More button under this video to get more information about that. These packages. God glorious, victorious day today. Stellar. And just a little side note here. I see a lot of people on the internet. They're all, really seeing what governments are doing these days. It's not good. Yeah, they definitely don't work for the people. They have no interest in you and I whatsoever. They don't give a crap about you and I one iota. And people are trying to figure out what the heck they can do about that to get out of that. What they can do about it. Now, you can fight to try to change it, or you can withdraw from it. What we're talking about here is withdrawing from it. It's their game. Let them have their game. But you don't have to be a party to it. And I know I've mentioned previously, it's right on the application for a social insurance number here in Canada, in the fine print on the paper form. Participation is voluntary. So if you're paying taxes, you volunteered. And of course, it's those taxes that pays the interest on the government debt, which allows them to stay in business. So if this is a big if, not going to happen. Well, I shouldn't say it's not going to happen. Maybe it will. But if everybody nobody signed up for that, guess what? The government wouldn't have any funds at all. They would admittedly need us. And they do need us, because without us, they got nothing. But the problem is we've all stepped in the shoes of John Paul Smith, which is the citizen, the fictional being. In fact, let me put it this way. I've showed in the past, and when I applied for a driver's license back in 1974, I presented the birth certificate. And it used to be on those applications when you signed there. Just a sec here. When you sign on that application, you were signing that basically it said when you put your signature, so you put the name John Paul Smith in the application for a driver's license, and underneath that you sign to certify that I am the individual named above. What's that telling you? That's telling you that the person named on the birth certificate is the individual. You're just certifying that you are that individual, which in legal line, it's a fictional being. God created man, God created women, that's it. Anything outside of that, God has no knowledge of it because he didn't create it. He has no interest in it because he didn't create it. Food for thought. For you folks to think on. See that red-winged blackbird sitting right there? Right in the post. So again, more stuff to think about. And there's more people getting on the internet now, starting to talk about seeing what government's all about, and finally standing up and starting to say, we got to do something about this. And like I said, you can fight to change it, or you can simply withdraw from it. So it gets back to that, okay, yeah, we need the people here. If we don't have the people, then the government's going to go bankrupt, or they won't be able to pay their bills anyhow, because it's us, through taxation, that pays the interest on that government debt. And they can spend, it's like, who's paying the interest on your debt? You are. Which is not your debt, it's John Paul Smith. But just work with me. That's not a red-winged blackbird. That's a swallow. Haven't learned the name of that one yet. Got lots of pictures of them, but little cutie. That's really all I had to say here. And like I say, if you're interested, you can click on the More button under this video and get information about our information packages. And I'm not going to I'm going to leave the comments off this video. I'll get a lot of dumb comments and people just starting to share their opinions on stuff, which just clouds the issues. And but anyhow, God loves you. Letter God never fails, not possible. Till next time, be good. Ciao for now.